spoilers, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" And I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're
That's
checking for testicular
It's
cancer.
so funny.
no, she wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
But they're checking you for both.
Well, probably
Because they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all.
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or?
no. Have
See,
you,
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh.
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
the second one, not the
Yes.
first one?
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
one.
There were two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
well,
The
that's
second
what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready
Ready.
two,
to
party!
We're ready
to party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no, no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in 01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is a boiled. You boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you
You
order
say, I want the surf
McGangbang?
and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound right at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we
We
having
can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that
She
movie.
cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
out. Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
We're doing some freaking Christmas trivia.
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. I'm Josh,
I'm Alex.
and this is episode 344. And still no Brett. It's summer. I guess this will be like the summer of no Brett, is what we'll say.
The summer of no Brett.
Well,
That sounds like really sad.
yeah, it is sad because he's not on the show. Last time he was on the show was like three episodes ago. So
I think so.
4 episodes ago, yeah. So, we are here live in the studio with... I did not change the scroll at all. I'm just going to turn that off. I didn't have time to mess with everything today. I'm sorry. So, that's me knowing what to do. So, we've been gone for 2 weeks. And
We've had a very busy 2 weeks.
Many things have happened in the past 2 weeks. What's up? Oh,
I have a hair.
okay. I want to make sure your mic was on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
I have control of the audio.
Oh yeah, you do tell me. You do tell me if it's bad.
He forgets I have a headphone. I have a headphone.
You have a
I have
headphone?
headset on.
No. We went to Kansas and the middle of the United States and dealt with the weather there for 5 days. We visited our friend Brig for his wedding. Congratulations on that, Brig. We went there. It was supposed to be a surprise.
He couldn't handle a surprise.
It was still.
He still couldn't handle the surprise.
He still couldn't handle the fact that we were there. It was a good time. We got to see all of our friends from California. They joined up as well. They had such a long trip.
The rest was like 24, 25 hours or something like that. Maybe more, 27.
If we were on the
They had more than double our trip, which was 12.
I wonder how far, what's a very East Coast city? I mean, people think New York, but there's got to be one farther south because on the same plane as San Francisco. I'm trying to think of if we were to be living in a city on the East Coast, like they live in the San Francisco Bay Area.
We would probably have to travel from New York City to Kansas to have the same
effect,
same amount of drive is
Yeah.
what you're trying to say.
I'm just wondering if that's an actual appropriate middle.
I think so.
So that ours was cut in half because we live in Indiana.
Well, not cut in half, but we only had to drive 12 to 13 hours.
Yeah, one day, which Quentin took the helm on that one, and we appreciate that. Thank you, Quentin, for all the
I wouldn't have mind driving.
I mean, same,
I really
same.
don't.
Especially on the way there because I wanted to get there. So bad.
I think we all just wanted to hurry up and blink of an eye be there.
Right.
Because we were so excited.
I was so excited to pull up there. I mean, first of all, getting to know Quentin's wife, because that was the most time I've ever spent with her. I've seen her a couple of times in the office when I used to work with them, and she was around here for the parties, but we barely got to speak to her because we were busy being hosts.
Yeah.
So the whole time we were in the car, I was like, okay, well, now we get an introduction to Quentin's
we get
wife,
24
Brittany.
hours, 26 hours of driving there and back, basically, of getting to know each other.
Yeah, and it was a good time. I was actually very, very surprised how much Brittany is like Quentin. Like they are meant for each other.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then meeting Brian for the first time. He's real.
Brian's real.
That was a good thing for us because we actually got the opportunity to see him and see Crystal and Patrick again. And you ran up to Patrick. I thought you were gonna really jump on him.
I was going to, but at the same time, I didn't want to knock him over.
Didn't. He's got a bad back. That's right.
I paused for a second and then
I saw the pause. You're hesitate and hug.
No, I liked how everybody was pretty much lined up for me. We pulled up, and as we were pulling up, I'm pretty sure Quentin was already opening up the side door for me because I didn't even open it. I was getting my seatbelt off, and I think he pushed the button and He knew I was gonna run out.
Exactly.
So yeah, I ran out. Patrick was already outside. Ran up, gave Patrick a hug. Ran inside. Crystal was on the inside, just right in the door. Opened the door, gave her a big hug, and I'm like, "Where the fuck's Brian?" And he was in the kitchen cooking.
I'm gonna pull up a photo from the trip. Why
I'm
are
so
these
excited.
These aren't loading very well. Facebook's been a real jerk lately.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
It was really, really fun having that kind of bonding time with everybody.
I wanted to get a group photo. It's stopping.
Facebook is
it's stopping right
stupid. There. It's apparently
what
not
if I
going to
click
work.
on that and then go this way? There we go. I win. I want to get I want to get the really well. That's a good.
That's a good one.
Well, I thought about the one at the house.
I mean, that one's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah.
So, but we had a really good time. We spent a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we all left very, very early Tuesday morning to go back home. So we spent a few nights in a nice Airbnb together. Shout out to Quentin for giving that idea out because
it's a very good idea.
We all had our own rooms and it was it worked out amazingly.
Essentially, we got Brig, Brittany, Quentin, Patrick, Crystal, Brian, and then there's Alex right there, and then me in the corner. So showing that.
So
on
our
YouTube.
whole like online crew, like together in person, all having an amazing time. We had a few nights of drinking and playing cards and games and laughing our asses off.
It was a good time.
Frolicking.
That was it. That was it.
I completely forgot about it until Crystal.
Yeah, right.
Brought it up. We were playing Cards Against Humanity,
and we couldn't find out what was so funny in the photo.
Remember what was so funny? Because she took like a snapshot, or somebody. I think it was Brittany took like a snapshot of like all of us, and we were dying laughing, but we were drinking, so I don't remember what we were talking about. And Patrick misread a card for frolicking. He's like, "What the fuck is frolicking?"
Frolicking. Yeah.
It was so funny. I didn't think he had that card for a while. It was trying to figure it out.
Thank you to Brian and Patrick for cooking.
Oh yes,
Brian did the
amazing cooking.
He did the breakfast,
porcupine meatballs, and
he did dinner. It was lunch, wasn't it?
It was like a lunch dinner, porcupine meatballs.
Yeah,
which were really good. You should look them up if you don't know what they are. It's really just like
meatballs
with rice in them.
Yeah, and they got to be kind of boiled in a sense because the rice needs to cook properly instead of it being dry. It needs to be properly
It was really
steamed.
good. That was really good. And then
abondigas.
Yes, that's like my
say it right.
I don't know. That's like my favorite meal.
We went to the zoo, which was I think that was a bad idea. I say it every time.
I don't know why you keep saying it's a bad idea. It was
we were
more like
so tired.
We got tired, but at the same time it was fun.
We were so wiped. We
needed something to do.
We didn't need to do that. We could have gotten them all that day and then done something Monday. Oh, it did pour down Monday.
It did pour down. So we did the right thing on Monday.
Yeah, went to turn one.
But that zoo was really, it was like 3 times the size of our zoo.
Yeah.
And it had a lot more animals than our zoo.
Did I tell you that when we were saying goodbye to everybody, like the night before, the next morning, I got up when they were leaving to pee.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I got to say bye to them again?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you said that. I was passed out.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that no one else woke up to it because I was like, man, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, but I needed to find.
No,
I didn't have any. So here's what happened. Like I heard people scuffling. I was like, I gotta really pee, so I couldn't figure out how to turn on the light because I wasn't certain which one was the light and which one was the fan. And so I had to find my phone to turn on a flashlight to find pants because I had to.
You didn't want to go hug everybody in your boxers?
Well, I had to pee and I had to go across the hallway and they're still in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So I was like scuffling through stuff, trying to find clothes to go to the bathroom. And then I was like, oh, I didn't know if they were awake to leave or if they were just awake. It was like 4:00 in the morning.
Well, they said they were going to leave at 4.
Right. So yeah, it was a fun
The wedding
trip.
was a lot of fun.
It's so hot.
It was very hot, but it was everything turned out beautiful.
It was a good day.
Yeah, reception food was amazing.
Yeah. I wish I would have enjoyed it more.
Brig married into food.
He did.
Which is a very good thing.
For him, bad. For in general, good.
I know, right?
Because
you gotta watch your weight now.
Yeah, he's already said he's fat, so.
And then later that night we went down, like kind of downtown-ish Wichita, And we watched like this what's called Keeper of the Plains,
Keeper of the Plains,
which is like this fire display.
Do you want me to show that real quick? We do have a photo of that.
I mean, if you can pull it up, yeah.
It's right here.
We didn't know anything about it, and I think that Briggs said that was their first date or something like that. So that's where we went to end the night, which was a lot of fun to watch. It was only 15 minutes long, but it was a really nice night, and we were able to get some really good group shots of everybody, which Josh is pulling up for you on YouTube right now. But yeah, that's the whole entire group. Brig plus one.
There's Cynthia, his wife.
Cynthia, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was a good photo.
Yes.
Good time. You look cute in that dress.
Stop.
I say it every time. I see a photo of that. Oh, you look so good in that dress. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Keep it up, wifey.
Yeah. So that's why we weren't on last Tuesday, and we're not going to be on next Tuesday because I will be traveling for work, and it's just going to be I'm too tired.
We're probably just going to do like every couple of weeks. We'll be doing the podcast
for the remainder for at least
summer.
this month.
Yeah.
At least this month. We'll see how July goes. July we might have more. We might have less.
We did stop on the way home and saw
the arch.
One national monument. Would it be a national
St.
monument?
Louis Arch, yeah. Yeah, it represents the purchase of the Missouri Purchase. Lewis and Clark.
Okay. So yeah, we went and stopped at the St. Louis Arch, and that was pretty cool. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It was that large. Like as far as
there is like apparently like a thing, like an elevator or something that you can go
You don't have
up
a photo
into.
of it on Facebook.
I don't think I posted it. It's on like my Instagram or something. But
That's
yeah.
fine.
But yeah, we went up to it, and you have to go through a really creepy area to get to the
all
parking.
of the graffiti and the
we didn't think we were in the right place,
No,
even though
it's a tourist attraction and it doesn't look like a tourist attraction.
It
It's
doesn't.
so weird.
If you think you're in the wrong place, you're actually in the right
You're
place.
actually in the right place. Yeah, it's definitely not a beautiful.
It's really creepy to drive up to.
Yeah,
because it's in like a broken down, really not so nice looking area, but then you actually pull up in front of it, and then you've got like 100 steps that you have to go up, and then you're there. So, but it was also really hot.
It felt like 100 steps because it was hot.
Yeah, I know. It was really, really, really hot that day.
Parking was kind of beastly. You're supposed to park on the area that's on the beach, basically, of the concrete beach. What are you doing, Pixel? This is a keyboard. You're good, buddy.
He wants to push buttons on your keyboard.
Yeah, once it's turned off. Oh!
Oh!
The noggin.
You just hit him in the face with the keyboard.
He went down and I went up.
Oh my God. Okay, but that was fun. I mean, that was like the only thing we had to stop at on the way home, like, because we saw Patrick and Crystal and Brian were like, oh, we're going to go to Oklahoma and New Mexico and Arizona. And like, they're going to see all these things. And on their way to Kansas, they went through Utah and Colorado.
Yeah, we did Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. That was
and I'm like, yeah, we don't really have a scenic route.
No, we didn't really.
It's farmland, flat, farmland, flat, farmland.
Nothing,
Kansas.
It wasn't. Yeah, no. And even going through the cities, it's not even enjoyable.
No,
to see. So it's just a basic bunch of blah.
Pretty much.
So
yeah, but it was a lot of fun. Like, I really enjoyed seeing everybody. We really need to start planning like
every
year we get everybody together.
Yeah. The other thing that happened this week is we had Pixel. We had a really interesting week going for. He was on the news.
Pixel got to be on the news.
Yeah.
Pixel, if you guys don't know who Pixel is, he's our 2-year-old miniature dachshund.
Yeah. So I have a photo up on YouTube here that I'm showing of Alex on the news here with Pixel, and I can't believe it. Like you essentially a natural on the news, and you you watched yourself, and you just became Podcast Alex, is what you said.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Just answering
well,
questions.
I seriously was like so incredibly nervous because this is like an actual studio.
She says. We don't have a real studio here.
No.
We're a fake studio.
We're in a bedroom.
Well, now you understand what we have as opposed to them. What I try to set up and what they have. Like, you can see what I do. Like, I have the lighting and the cameras and all that. Like, behind the camera doesn't matter.
What a lot of people don't know is, like, so when they're doing the news, there's, like, when we were there, we were the only 3 people on set. Like, there was the anchor, there was me, Pixel was on the table.
Yeah.
And then Josh was like standing like where the cameraman would stand, but she has like a little clicker, like the news anchor has like a clicker in her pocket.
Oh, she was controlling that? What was the other guy?
She controls like, I don't know. He was just some random guy. She was like,
he wasn't controlling it?
no, she was clicking a little thing in her pocket and it was turning the camera and doing different things. She
was doing it?
She did everything herself.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, yeah. She
I
had
thought
like a
the
little
dude
thing in
was
her
doing
pocket.
it. I thought the dude went back into like a control room.
No.
Wow.
They probably pushed record and stop and things like that or whatnot, but she had a little thing at the, like,
she
in her pocket
directed
or
as
something.
she recorded like I do with us.
Like she did her own thing. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Wow. And you
There
guys
was
did
no
that
cameraman. Everything was
one
electronic and turned on its own, like camera 1, camera 2, camera 3 kind of thing.
show. Yeah, you can see that there. So yeah, as you can see, like there's the photo of Pixel on the news as we said.
He
like,
did a good job.
you
He
guys did
whined a little bit, but I think it's because he saw Josh behind the camera and he's like, why is Daddy just sitting behind the camera not coming over to me?
Exactly. Yeah.
But he did a good job. She basically just interviewed me about like, what's it like to have a wiener dog? And like just asked like really cutesy pet owner questions. And then
Yeah.
about like, what's the dachshund races like and how does it
want
go?
down, bud? Or you want up here? What are you doing?
So, but yeah, he got to be on our local news. So
Yeah.
he's a star now.
And that's kind of crazy because Layla was interviewed by the local newspaper.
Yes, Layla, our
Previous
our
dachshund.
previous dachshund.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
have Layla who was
We were well, we got interviewed with her at one of her races here,
yeah.
and she
So,
got put in the paper.
I find that so ironic that we had that going on where we got both of our dogs have been put into local celebrity status that we would consider.
I know, but it's also it's kind of weird. But it's like we don't live in like a 500 population town. Like we live in like a 400,000 population city, and we somehow landed both dogs on the news.
About 500,000 people watch our news. At
I
least.
know.
So.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. I mean, we were in and out of that building within like a half an hour.
It was
though.
quick.
It was
yeah.
very
well,
quick.
it's because you were able to do that take in one go, and so was he.
we did everything in one go. She even said, "All right, well, this is pre-recorded, so if if we mess up or if we want to try it again, we can go again." And then she just said 3, 2, 1, and then I just kind of went into podcast mode and was like, "All right, this is really no different than sitting here with all the lights on me."
Right. It was really a good time. I gotta.
Now I think if I was live, I would have been a little bit more nervous, but I think the fact that she reassured me that, if we mess up on something or if we want to go again, we can do it again. I think that made it a little bit better, easier. I mean, I was still really nervous. No matter if I've been doing this for 7 years, being like on a real studio with I don't want to say real studio lighting because this is exactly the type of lighting, but like, all of it, it was just very nerve-wracking.
The certain type of lighting that is,
it is very blinding.
Very blinding, yes.
It's a lot brighter than this room.
Then we also, so what that news was for the German Fest dachshund races. So we kind of had that going on for us too on Saturday. That was
it was basically like a promotion for German Fest and for the wiener dog races that they hold every year. And we've been doing wiener dog races with we started doing that with our previous dachshund Layla when we lived in Chicago, and that was like 2012 maybe when we started going 11. Right.
So what I'm showing here on YouTube is Pixel's race on Saturday, him going up against Tucker.
Yeah.
I heard Archie. So I did this in slow mo, so you see how close they get right when they go. This is where they're going, and Pixel's in front, and he's like, "Oh, we're playing," and then Pixel ran into the wall. I think that's what stopped him.
That's what it was.
He ran into the wall.
He bumped into the wall, so the other dog, and slowed down.
He bumped into it about right. You see it right here on this side, on the right side of the, because he goes back. Boom! That's where he lost his.
Yeah, he lost his focus.
That's where it was. Had he not ran into that, I think he would have been on the same.
Well, he was.
I think they would have had to rerun.
From my angle, he was ahead for more than 3/4 of the run. It was right when he bumped into the wall.
I didn't know he did that until
and
now.
Looked at the other dog,
actually.
And then he slowed down, and the other dog won.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is only his second race, so
I'm not upset about it.
He the more and more we do this, the more focused he's gonna be, and yeah, it'll be fun. But we had a good time. It was a very warm day, but he had fun, and he passed out when we got home. It's like a day at Disney World for him. We did get a picture with Brett and his girlfriend Ashley and Pixel, which
Yes.
is being shown up on YouTube right now. So Pixel absolutely adores those two. So they did
Yeah.
come and cheer him on along with
And
the
that's
family
awesome
members of
because
mine.
Brett, he went to one of Layla's.
Oh, he's been to a few.
A few?
No, he went to a few.
A few.
It was a lot of fun. So that's what we did Saturday.
It was a good time. We had a lot of fun with that, and I was hoping he'd at least get one heat raced and gone. He technically beat two people who didn't.
He
didn't
did. The
even
very
finish.
first two dachshunds didn't even qualify.
They
'cause
didn't even move.
They didn't even move.
So I mean, I'm
And
not.
I was like,
that,
woohoo, good job, Pixel. And he's like looking at me like, wagging his tail. What did I do? I'm like, you won.
At least we didn't pay for any parking. We just went to the fort and just walked through. And I think that heat is what really did it to him.
Oh, yeah. It was very hot outside.
So, but he's right here chilling. He's had a long week. We had to deal with something over the week with him. We had to cone him for a couple of days because he had an injury. We don't know what.
He just had like kind of
Some
like
kind of sore on
he had a
his-
sore on the underside of his
on
arm
his
because he
arm.
got bored and started licking his arm.
Yeah,
That's all.
It's kind of crazy that happened. And he's healing through it. He's good. So, anyways, moving on from there. Playing and watching. Got a few things to go over. We've been playing some Fortnite. I'm gonna show this clip of Fortnite as well, where you get the final kill of our duos.
Oh, okay.
But we weren't.
You're talking about the
good win.
Okay, that win.
Yeah, the win.
So basically, if you played Fortnite before, you have a health bar and a shield bar. My shield was at 100%, and my health was at 1. I mean, 1 out of 100.
So when I'm gonna do this here. So I'm gonna do this. Where's my webcam? There it is. Okay, so you can see down in the corner here. Actually, you can't at all.
No, you can't. It cuts it off. It's fine.
What if I do that? There you go.
There you go. Now you see it.
Yeah, you see it there. So she's down to 0 and 1. That's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, we were just playing off stream, but I had this recorded. And I was like, oh, Josh, we're totally going to lose. We're going to lose. We're going to lose.
Yeah.
I only have 1 hit. I had no health bars. I'm like, nope, I have nothing to heal me. But it was 2v1 at this point.
Oh, wrong one.
Threw some fireflies.
And I was behind you there.
Yep.
And so this guy's coming forward because of the fireflies. And so you got the last shot right there.
All he had to do was shoot me once.
Right.
I mean, we still probably would have won because you jumped up and started shooting too. But
Yeah.
either way, the fact that I got the final kill and I had basically no life left at all. It was a lot of like, oh my god, I can't believe we did that.
High five, bro.
I
Good
know.
job. And you ran through the gas on that one too and
I
going
sure
down to
did.
0 on your health, basically.
Mhm.
So yeah, we've been playing a lot of Fortnite. Fall Guys, been doing that as well on my stream. When we were playing on Saturday morning, Rick, Brian, Patrick, and I, we were undefeated the entire day, basically.
That's awesome.
So it was just having a good time with that. But the new Fame Pass started today, and Lara Croft is on it. So you might have to get that and play some Fall Guys, Alex. They got rid of the creator round section. I wonder if they merged everything now.
Well, even our nephew, Jeremy, said
Mhm.
he tried playing it and he's like, it's stupid.
The creative?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if you heard him talking about it. He tried playing it and he's
doing
like, it's
it,
stupid.
making it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done anything yet with
So,
it yet.
I mean, he really likes things like Mario Maker and things like that.
Right,
So, I mean,
right.
that's your audience right there, is my nephew's age range.
Well, he's also got less patience to learn things when it comes to video games sometimes if it's not like Kirby.
He's 11. He's obsessed with Kirby.
At 11, I think
At 12, he'll probably be obsessed with something else.
I think at 11 and 12, I had multiple different obsessions and
probably Pokemon at 11.
Yeah, 10 and 11.
Yeah, at our age. Yeah. Or sorry. Yeah, when we were that young is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Right then.
5th grade, 4th grade.
Yeah, 4th and 5th grade was
I mean,
Pokemon.
big interest of mine was I was into girls.
I was into boys, but I still had Pokemon.
I'm trying to think of my hobbies back then. Me and my friend. What
I
were
was
we
going out in the
doing?
woods, making forts, playing tag.
Watching Beavis and Butthead. I mean, watching South Park.
Trying to watch South
sneaking.
Park, sneaking to watch South Park, sneaking to listen to
Sorry,
songs that
sorry.
had cuss words in it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, trying to be a rebel at 11 years old.
Yep.
Actually, and the other big thing was going to the roller dome. I mean,
Yeah.
that was our life.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, back to playing and watching. Watching wise, I went back to Black Mirror today because the new season starts this week, and watched a couple of episodes. Watched this one episode called White Bear. That one is pretty much a mind blown entirely. Like, this one girl wakes up with amnesia and goes through this town and doesn't know what's going on. There's people chasing after her with shotguns and stuff, and she basically has to go through this torment day in and day out because she, long story short, she and her husband killed a girl, I guess. And I
Yeah.
didn't know this. Like, that just, like,
I still don't really remember the episode.
it's weird.
Well, I mean, it's Black Mirror. It's going to be weird. Speaking of Black Mirror, when's the new season?
This week.
When?
Friday?
Friday?
I think it might be Friday. Let me check. Black Mirror
We've been waiting for a new Black Mirror for how long?
And we were even
5
told
years?
that there wasn't even going to be a new one because of the way the world is right now. Actually,
You're gonna be
what?
like, it's out right now. We're not sitting down and watching it.
It says one of them's out on the 12th,
Which was yesterday.
but it says the 15th for everything.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Well, maybe we can watch an episode tonight if it's out.
We'll see. We'll take a look.
Yeah.
I love Black Mirror. It's always been one of my, like, pick up and wow, just mind blown. I don't know what, I think season 3 is my favorite season because so many of those episodes are on the top of a lot of people's favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Speaking of playing and watching, do you want to go into our movie?
yeah, let's talk about it because this movie was this was interesting.
Uh-huh.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
When did this come out?
This was my choice for the movie club, and it came out in 2014.
So like 10 years ago, basically.
Yeah, this is almost a 10-year gap on this one. So the movie is about a whimsical and visual stunning film directed by Wes Anderson. Now, I have never seen a live action Wes Anderson film. We've seen the Fantastic Mr. Fox, and you hated that movie. But now,
It's
think
on
about
another
it.
level, but I see it now.
But
yes.
now you see the centering of the characters and the way that things
the
are
way
filmed.
that it's filmed, yeah.
So now I kind of want to go back and watch the Fantastic Mr. Fox and see if I'll enjoy it more.
Okay.
So
I just every
it's a
time you
thought.
say it, I only remember one scene.
The face,
The possum.
the possum's face. Was,
Are you listening to me?
I really need you to signal me that you're listening to me. I'll just have to go back to it.
I know.
So, set in the fictional country of Zambroka in the 1930s, the story revolves around the adventures of Gustav H., a legendary concierge at the Grand Budapest Hotel, and his loyal protege, Zero Mustafa, a young lobby boy. When one of the hotel's elderly guests, Madame D, is found dead and Gustav is named as a beneficiary of her will, he becomes the prime suspect in her murder. As Gustav and Zero try to clear his name, they embark on a series of misadventures involving stolen artwork, a secret society, and a thrilling chase across Zambroka. Filled with colorful characters, intricate set designs, and Anderson's trademark whimsy, the Grand Budapest Hotel is a delightful and enchanting tale of friendship, love, and the pursuit of adventure.
Sounds
Now,
about right.
Ray Fiennes is in this movie, Edward Norton, Tilda Swinton. I mean,
There's a lot of
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
names.
I can't think of his name. Willem Dafoe is pretty prominent in this one. Edward Norton is actually funny.
Yeah.
In this movie. He's really good. Critics give this one a 92%. Fans give this an 86.
I agree this time with the critics.
This is a really fun movie.
I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Really?
I loved it.
You think it's that good?
Yeah. I loved it.
I enjoy a lot of it. I kind of want to see other live action Wes Anderson films. Like the Life of Steve Zissou was one of them. That one has Bill Murray's also in this one, so that's who stars in that one. The whole interwar period that's going on, it's so weird and funny, but also sad at the same time because of the way the movie ends, that they always get stopped on the train by guards. It like happens like twice during the film, and it's kind of like the first time you think it's oh no, and then the second time you're like it's gonna be funny, and it wasn't funny.
What
that
is
time.
the actor, the main, who's Gustav?
Gustav?
Yeah, who is that actor?
Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Voldemort.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I like
He's
him
good.
a lot.
Kind of reminds me of Kingsman: The Secret Service,
Yes.
where that wasn't Ray Fiennes, that was Colin Firth. That was a great movie too. The thing about this movie is it's got a lot of color to it. It's a very, very, it's what they say, whimsical. I hate that word.
Yeah.
But it is a whimsical film where you're put into this fake scenario that feels real because of the way things play out, but it feels play-like. Like you're on a play, like you're in on a sound stage or a play stage. Especially the prison where they're like tinking, tink, 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 tink. It was just so funny where they're all doing the same motion at the same time and getting the same sound effect. It was really, really interesting how Wes Anderson films these, where he centers his characters, he makes the wide shots, and even during this whole film we were watching, it was full screen. It was not widescreen like 16:9. It was 2.35:1 or something. It was 2:1 or something. It was a really, really odd shape.
I liked it though.
Now all the colors based on the time period of Eastern Europe is what they kind of went with, so you can kind of feel that. I'm going through some of these facts right here. This is more of a low budget film. I don't know if you know this. This movie only cost $25 million to make.
Well, I mean, if you think about the areas that they're in the scenes, like when they're just in a certain room and the room doesn't have to be super decorated, and how they filmed the ski lift and things like that. That's not real.
Right.
It's a green screen, so it's super easy.
I'm trying to read. There's a number here. I need to find out. There's a number of paintings that were actually made for the sets.
Boy in the Apple, or what's it called? I think it's called Boy in the Apple. The painting that the movie's like all about.
Yeah,
the priceless painting.
I'm trying to find out. There's an actual number. I don't know if you know this, but all those set pieces are authentic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like all those paintings are real.
Even
in the background.
the one that they replaced the Boy in the Apple with.
The one that what's his name?
He's like, what the fuck is this?
What's his name? Adrian Brody.
Adrian
the two
Brody.
girls with they're both showing their bush.
Yeah.
It's a little much. It's like, what is this? You're like, you just now noticed that?
The painting's been gone for a while.
Yeah. Okay, so it got nominated for 9 Academy Awards. Didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
And won 4.
Nice.
Including Ray Fiennes plays lead role. Best production design, best costume design, best makeup and hairstyling, and their best original score. So that's pretty awesome.
I mean, I agree. I think it was an amazing
movie. Good set design.
It was a good find. Good find.
Well, this one has been on my radar for a hot minute because of all the stuff that we've been watching on TikTok of like these AI Wes Andersons that we've seen, of like Wes Anderson's take on The Matrix, or just a big property like Star Wars or something. I wonder if he did like if that person ever did like an Indiana Jones one or something. But like his TikTok person would do like a presentation of like Wes Anderson presents The Matrix or whatever.
Yeah.
But this movie was great. I'm giving this one a 9 as well. I think that this is worth a watch. And
I'd watch it again.
I think it's worth a rewatch. I'm giving it a 9.5. It's almost a perfect movie for me because it's got the comedy to it.
I
the
really
direction.
don't think like
I kind of wish I would have. It starts slow. It starts really slow.
It does, and I totally didn't realize you were starting the movie.
You thought we were watching Black Mirror.
Well,
You're
I
like,
sat down to eat my
episode.
breakfast, and usually you just put like an episode of random TV on, and then I'm like, I don't think I remember this episode. And
We're
he's
like 10 minutes in.
It's like, no, we're actually watching the Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm like, oh, that's why. It's an amazing movie. It's hard for me to give 10 out of 10s to a movie because I don't think there's anything out there. Like, I don't know. Have I given it a 10 out of 10?
Bohemian Rhapsody and Rogue One are your 2 10s.
Maybe.
It Chapter 1 I think made a 9.5.
That might have been a 10 out of 10.
That's close.
Close.
I think those are your top 3 movies.
I
of
know,
all
but
time.
this movie is just simply amazing, and I think
those
it
your
would
top
be
3
fun
movies
for.
of all time?
Huh?
Are those your top 3 movies of all time? Put Little Mermaid in there, the animated, and you're probably good, right?
Yeah.
There's your 4 movies.
There's my 4
Put a 5th
movies.
one in there, and you'll be happy.
I mean, I'm sure that there's plenty of movies that are on my radar for being in top 5s, top 10s, but it's with how many? I mean, I'm 34 years old. I've watched a lot of movies, so it's,
yeah, right. You have an opportunity to make that top 5.
It's really hard to put them.
But
make
you've
an actual
seen
list.
enough movies that you can make that judgment.
Well, I've seen enough movies to tell you that for Alex's opinion, Grand Budapest Hotel is one that if you haven't seen it, it is definitely worth a watch. It's very, very, very good.
How this one flew under our radar is weird. I just
I don't
guess
know.
that the trailers just didn't look good enough for us.
Maybe I don't even remember the a trailer or anything
I do.
to it.
I do.
So
I remember.
unless the trailer doesn't really like, I don't know what kind of trailer they'd be able to.
They would have had like a high pitched violin and talking about like the plot a little bit.
Maybe
That's
but-
kind of like what you see with those trailers. I can probably just show you a quick trailer after this, and you'll see that okay, maybe this is why we skipped on it because it looked too dopey or something.
maybe.
And it was by somebody we never really heard of. We might have seen Fantastic Mr. Fox at the time this came out.
I know, but if you would have said, "Oh, it's by the guy that did Fantastic,"
You would've
Mr.
said
Fox,
no.
I would have said no.
I think I did say that. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But go watch it. Good movie. What do you want to choose next, Alex?
Well, we're already gonna go see it this weekend.
What?
What are we seeing this weekend?
I don't know. We got a lot of movies.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Flash because that comes out this weekend too.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Which one do you want to see
I
more?
mean, we're both. I think we're gonna see both, no matter what. So,
Right.
but I think the one that we can review. Let's review. Let's do the Flash.
Okay.
Let's do the Flash. We'll say the Flash because it's a bit older. So if we do talk about semi spoilers, it won't be as bad.
The Flash is wait a minute. So do you want a movie club to be the Flash?
Yeah.
And we talk about that on the show more. Well, we'll talk about both probably by the time the next episode happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will. So I mean, it really doesn't matter either one.
Either one.
Either one, but that's what it's
I
going to be.
think the Flash will be one that I think we would probably enjoy to review as far as a full score.
How about we do that? We're going to do the Flash for the actual movie club
Because
movie.
we already got Spider-Man spoiled for us for the ending. Because we know that it's a certain type
It's
of
a certain
it's a
thing.
certain type of movie.
It's a certain type of movie. Yes.
So, moving on. Xbox show.
Oh my God, Pixel, are you okay?
He just
okay?
jumped down.
Are you okay, baby? Okay, he's fine. Pixel just decided to like. He's stretching. He's like, oh,
He's all good.
He's like, that woke me up.
He pushed the table back, and he just everything
right.
else fell. I hope your
Anyways.
headset's not broken.
Oh no, it's fine.
Was that already down there?
Yeah.
What fell over?
My
Your
phone.
phone.
My phone.
Okay, we'll bring this back.
All right, Pixel, go lay down.
No damage done, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Jeez, buddy. Yeah, he was on the edge of the chair forever. Right? He was probably just waiting for an opportunity to leap. He's like I don't know.
Okay.
Wieners are daredevils. Xbox Showcase happened yesterday, and we got to kind of go over that real quick here. You got to leave here soon, so
I know.
we got to push through this. So Xbox Showcase was last night, and Series S was announced, Black Edition, 1 terabyte though. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be a 1 terabyte SSD for $349. So that's going to be $50 more than the Series S right now, but it's going to be upgraded to a terabyte instead of half that.
Do you think it'd be worth it?
Right now, I don't have an issue unloading and re-uploading games. I don't have that issue, but I think that if we were in a different place with different internets,
Then
maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
But games are starting to get bigger.
Yeah.
I
That's
hear,
probably why
I,
they're
I hear
releasing
GTA
this.
6 is going to be a big one.
No. That's probably
So,
why they've probably been working on this game for 20 years.
they've been working on it since GTA 5 came out. They said 2012,
Okay, 10.
2013. So
10
yeah,
years.
10 years. So Cyberpunk 2077 expansion got shown off. Phantom Liberty. It kind of makes me want to go back into it, but I still haven't. Fable got announced. That was a surprise.
I only saw one game that actually looks really cool.
Which one?
It's like the BioShock looking game.
Yeah.
It's like Clockwork or Clock.
Yeah.
something.
That one I actually didn't write down because that one I didn't see on the actual list.
Yeah.
But Party Animals
It
wasn't on
looks
it
like an
either.
RPG.
Yeah, it's like a BioShock-esque, but it's in BioShock Infinite, up in the sky, I think.
Yeah.
People are getting really upset about this because everyone's saying BioShock does not own the license to steampunk. Just let
Yeah, people
let
I
steampunk
saw
games
people
be
were getting
steampunk
upset
games and
about it. I'm
don't-
like, it's not BioShock. Leave it alone.
we thought it was, and we got really excited. I was
There
like,
was this. I know.
guys,
Guys?
I think that if there's a next BioShock, you and I kind of did this take, like it's gonna be set in a specific, like maybe it's gonna be set in space or
Yeah.
something. So, Microsoft Flight Simulator showed up the Dune plane that's gonna be on Flight Simulator. Sea of Thieves has a Monkey Island crossover coming next month. Star Wars Outlaws, we saw some of that kind of gameplay where it's kind of intricate from being on ground to sky and within seconds,
Mhm.
and you're already dogfighting. So I was like, oh,
It actually
this
looked
might be
cool.
interesting. Dungeons of Hinterberg. This one was that cell shaded game that Jeremy
Oh,
was
yeah.
actually interested in. That
Mhm.
was a really colorful game. City Skylines 2. That one got announced. A lot of Persona games. I've never played a Persona game, and so all of that was pretty much a mixed bag for me. Of course, there's always a Forza Motorsport game announced. And there's a Starfield showcase, and a lot of people are upset about this
Did
because
you talk about Fable?
yeah, I did say
Oh, you
Fable got
did?
announced.
Okay.
Yeah, Starfield is 30 frames a second. It's not going up from there, and that's locked in Series S and X. That's pissing a lot of people off.
Well, yeah.
60 frames per second or more.
Yeah, what the
is
fuck?
the
30
biggest
frames per
standard.
second? Really?
You and I don't really notice that with our smaller screens, but I can't wait until somebody sends us the text on this, like Brig or Quentin, because I bet you Brig has more information on screen refresh and
Yeah,
all that.
probably.
So 30 frames a second is really annoying today. It's more like get with the times.
If you're going to bring out a brand new game, yeah.
Especially Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And if this is a single player game even, that's even worse because that means you're pushing into what frames are you dropping? Your own. So it was a toss up of a good and bad, but September 20th is going to be the release date of Party Animals. So there goes Gang Beasts. This one has,
unless for some reason it sucks.
Well, I did watch a preview,
Mhm.
like a 5-minute playthrough. It's good.
Okay.
The weapon, you get to pick up weapons. It's a lot easier to control your character if you fall off the stage.
Okay.
You don't just immediately die. You
So
get
it's like
some
an
time.
advanced Gang Beast.
It's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play something like that. We need something like that to play with our friends.
What do you think of the
online.
announcement of Pal World, the Pokemon-like game that's going to be looking like all like? Did you see the
I don't
trailer
think
of
I
that?
did.
I'll have to show that to you. It's a Pokemon-like game coming to PC.
Okay.
Where guns are involved and
What?
It's a lot
No.
of interesting stuff. It's a mature
Oh.
type.
Okay.
We got to touch on this last topic here real quick before we get out of here. I know you got to go soon. We're gonna get a little into the politics here, but this deals with a lot of our gamers, our streamers, and everything. I don't know if we're gonna say our piece, but we're gonna say what they've been saying and what's been happening in the Call of Duty community. So there was a big. Do you know what I'm gonna go into?
Yeah.
With Nick Merckx.
Mhm.
Okay. There was a big brawl outside of an elementary school where the school board was deciding on whether or not they should make June the school's LGBTQ, their month. And however you want to take this, you take it. There's probably the scene was set about 50 people fighting, and I can't put
And
that
it was
under.
like
It was fists.
like people were throwing hands.
Anti and pro
like
protesters.
yeah, it wasn't protesting. It was arguing.
It was
like
it
was
the
like
worst.
people trying to kill each other
So
over this
So I went under this
in
article
front of an elementary school.
exactly. You got to first
And
of
kids
all
have no idea what they're fighting about.
set the tone for all of this. Love and peace for all, and you're not. I don't know who started it. I don't know where it started. This whole thing went down. And so Activision has removed Nick Merck's operator bundle from the Call of Duty stores after he made what some are considering an anti-LGBTQ tweet. Here's what he said, and I'm putting this into quotes. This is exactly verbatim on his tweet. His tweet as he responded to this: "They should leave little children alone. That's the real issue." That's it.
That's literally all he said. And then
Does
the
that
internet went
sound like-
stupid.
Does that sound like there's some hate in there? Does that sound like you're shutting
No.
down a community? No.
No. There is a lot more things in this world for kids to be concerned about. And
Right.
everything that people were fighting about is not one of them,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Yes. So
There's a lot more things in this world to be concerned about.
he refused to apologize or delete the statement, which I am really
don't.
I'm so surprised somebody
that is
standing your ground
Yeah,
with
stand your
this
ground.
level of
the fact
whatever.
that Activision put words in his mouth really pisses me off.
Yes.
That's what, whether he did like mean behind his words, like anti this or anti that, it's your freedom of opinion.
And it is Activision's freedom to pull the skin too.
It is. So, but the fact that, he did not straight out say, hey, this is an anti blah, 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 or I hate this, or I hate this. And
Right.
And then they just automatically assumed and said, we need to pull him off of this. And
Mhm.
like, really? One of the people that is giving you a lot of fame and attention, and you're just gonna like, because he said to leave kids out of it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
It's really bad.
It's not. Again, there's more things in this world that we need to be arguing about,
Exactly.
and that's not one of them.
He went on the stream to say his piece, which was that he is a new parent, by the way.
Yeah.
He just had a kid a couple months ago, and so he and his wife decided that they would rather discuss these things in private. He's being a parent, he's seen a different light of things. You and me, we don't have kids
we
yet.
don't have kids. We don't really have an opinion.
Nephews. We have nieces and nephews. We
Yeah.
have friends who have kids. We understand that there's some opinions out there that they can have versus ours, but we don't have. So I hate when people say you don't have kids yet, you don't know. I understand that there is that level of care, but you got to think about how we were raised too, and how like the schooling that we had. I mean, it was different.
It was different.
It was a different.
That's the other
world.
thing, is people need to accept things are also different.
Different, exactly.
They were different when our parents were in school, and they were different when their parents were in school. Things change.
He went on to say on the stream that if you think there's any hate behind the tweet, or you look at it in that way, then just to agree to disagree, because he doesn't want to have that discussion with somebody.
No.
It's his own
personal
it's
opinion.
his own right to be on that level. He keeps his streams positive, and his mods were on point in keeping his chat clean. That when he went on,
good job, mods.
I think he's on Twitch. Yeah, he's on Twitch. So Activision pulled the bundle from the game store and issued a statement focusing on celebrating Pride and supporting the community. And I understand why, and it's fine. You can state that kind of stuff, but he didn't say anything wrong.
He didn't say anything wrong. I agree.
Tim the Tatman went on. This is the only reason why we're officially bringing this up, is because we follow him too. Like Alex and I, we've been following him for years now, and this is our Call of Duty community. I mean, we are Call of Duty players.
We are.
We were really big into it for a while. We stopped this year because of the game's a little more trash. We don't enjoy it, both Warzone and Modern Warfare. But Tim the Tatman also requested the removal of his bundle from Call of Duty stores in solidarity with Nick Merckx, and they complied. Activision did, and removed his bundle as well. Both streamers have not made official statements regarding the removal of their bundles. So
nope. That's it. Leave it alone. Hit Activision where it hurts, in their pocket.
It's easier said than done when people can say you can have your kids stay home and you can do homeschooling. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We'll see where we are in that day.
We won't know anything until
we don't
get
know.
to that
I mean, I work from home 99% of the time, so it's a little different. But that doesn't necessarily mean I have that freedom during the day. But yeah, I just wanted to...
There's your gamer news.
That's a big one. And it's a hard hitter. But we kind of got to cut our podcast short. Unfortunately, you got to go. So
I do.
We got quick episode here. There isn't really much else we can touch on. There is probably more we could, but we're not going to. So Alex, without further ado, you want to go ahead and plug your Twitch?
Yeah, if you would like to watch me game, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. I've got Fall Guys under my belt right now. I really want to get back into Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Dead Island 2, Fortnite. I mean, those are my games right now.
Right. As far as my stream goes, twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You can find me there on Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Probably playing Fall Guys this week because the new pass got added, and I think that there's an update to the playlist, so we'll see how that goes, and if I'm gonna push that towards you we'll do that. Are we doing Fall Guys instead of Fortnite on your stream more?
We
You
probably
think
go
this
back
week,
and forth. Yeah.
depending on if there's a playlist update.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'll make sure to let you know that when I do that. As far as our podcast goes, follow our social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTO Unlimited is what you'll search. PTO_podcast on Instagram. Find us on there. Find us on Discord as well, and check out our merch. We're in the PTO Unlimited beanie. Make sure you're following our merch store. We're gonna have a new summer line coming out very soon. I know I've been saying it for the past few weeks, but I've been really busy. Make sure you guys are liking this video if you haven't liked it, and subscribe to our channel, the PTO Unlimited podcast on YouTube, and hit the bell to be notified when we're live, which is normally every Tuesday, but our times are all over the place. So just be sure to do that. We'd appreciate it. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Q_Katie. I was waiting for Brett.
Oh, I know, right?
I was like, wait, wings. I'm still just waiting for Brett.
The final note. Happy anniversary.
Well,
we're not going to be recording.
I guess, yeah. So happy 21st anniversary.
21 years on Monday.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Shake hands.
Yeah.
There isn't really much else I had as far as a final note, so that's
a
big
good
one.
final note.
It was
You
a
made
good
me all red in the face.
Now you're like, he. So yeah, we're going to get out of here, guys. Appreciate you guys joining. Catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.